What's good, YouTube?
Hello. Hello.
What is good? You know, Tommy, I've just realised something, right?
What's that?
We're pretty ugly.
I've known that for ages, my friend.
Oh, what, you or me? You? Okay, very good. What was that?
Phil Collins, apparently.
Where's Phil Collins coming from?
You used Phil Collins to shut me up.
Where is Phil Collins coming from? I don't know where that's coming from.
Can you just keep it muted while we do this recording?
I'm trying to. Where is it? Technical glitches.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, I found it. It's gone. It's gone.
Really?
It's gone.
Are you sure? Because I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
It's really gone. Yeah. Sorry, YouTube police. We really do love you. No, we don't really. Right, it is Murder Mystery March.
But the last one.
Or as Tommy calls it,
Murder Mystery March.
What was that at the end?
I don't know. I just thought of throwing a...
Ooh, but you whispered it.
But it's more of a precursor for the October month. But anyway. Murder Mystery March.
Get on with it.
Okay. So we're going to be talking about Hot Fuzz today, Dan.
Good movie.
Hot Fuzz from 2007. It's...
I think I've watched a slightly more...
edited version.
Edited version of this movie.
Because you're not a fan of violence, are you?
No.
And there is a lot of blood in this movie. So I'm pretty sure... Like, there was so much blood in this movie that a friend of mine actually told me the first time he saw it, he literally just shouted, "Fuck."
Whoa.
He was just... It was that bad. So, but anyway, a lot of people have this film as their favourite in Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy. Shaun of the Dead is my favourite of the three. But boy, does this film deliver a fantastic
reassigned him.
Yeah. As I'm sure you're aware at this point, the Cornetto trilogy
you haven't taken into
Shaun of the
account,
Dead,
and that's what the
Hot
team
Fuzz,
is going to make
and
of
The
this.
World End. All three of them, fantastic films. I recall watching this in high school and midway through thinking, not only is this film subverting the buddy cop movie genre, but also the murder mystery genre, as I get a lot of Midsummer Murders and Miss Marple vibes from it,
true that there is a
with
place in a man's
what
head
murders
that if you
happen during the
shoot
film
it will blow
in a
up?
very small English village. I don't know if you ever watched Miss Marple or
I haven't, no.
but have you heard of them? Yeah.
long,
That's basically what they were like. Big murders happening in small places like villages.
But in a place where
Following
not
the
much
Shaun of
goes
the Dead
on.
trope, this film again features Simon Pegg as the switched-on alpha hero, whilst Nick Frost portrays the bumbling idiot hero.
about to go down.
The two actors' chemistry really shows that they have been friends for many years, along with the director Edgar Wright too, as they have a great working comedy trio.
20 years.
Being a genre subverter, Edgar Wright takes what he loves from big American cop movies like Lethal Weapon and Bad Boys and pays homage to them in a small English village
or that?
with a bit of murder mystery and self-aware comedy thrown in.
Yet the accident rate is so high.
With some fantastic British actors to assist as well. I don't know if you recognise anything.
Watched every
Jim Broadbent,
ever made. Created
Timothy
Shaun
Dalton.
of the Dead.
You never taken a shortcut
We
before?
played James Bond once. Olivia Colman. Yeah. David Bradley. He is Finch.
When the heat is on.
The cast deliver the goods in spades and don't get devoured by Edgar Wright's fast-paced edit. Look out for fabled cameos from Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson as a violent Father Christmas and established actress Kate Blanchett as Nicholas Angel's forensics ex-girlfriend who runs off with Dave. Hello there.
I know.
If you've seen the clip, you understand what that is. But yeah, it's just funny to have two Lord of the Rings alumni in there, Peter Jackson and Kate Blanchett, in this little, like, almost independent comedy British film. It's funny. You can tell through this movie that Edgar Wright, Pegg and Frost are pure cinema geeks and love paying homage to their favourites, from firing their guns up in the air and going, "Ah!" That's actually a question in the film that Nick Frost asked Simon Pegg. He says, "Have you ever fired your gun up in the air and gone, ah?" Because that's what they do in the movies, isn't it? They just shoot up in the air to cheesy places.
I'm remembering this because I haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah.
Good.
To cheesy place
assigned him.
puns after an action scene, like distracting the killer with a giant cuddly monkey and then uttering to him, "Playtime's over," before delivering the KO knockout strike. So it's just like, there's a bit of cheese thrown in as well, and it's always great in action movies. Being the middle chapter in Wright's acclaimed Cornetto trilogy, this film features the original ice cream flavour wrapped in blue wrapping to symbolise the blue uniforms of the Force.
Got it.
Or rather the service, as official vocal guidelines state that Force is a little too aggressive. That's nothing.
Okay.
That's nothing they state in the film, because they call it the Force, the police force, and they say, well, that's a bit too aggressive. We're not actually allowed to call it that anymore. It's meant to be the.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah,
I didn't spot that one.
Yeah, well, apparently, before making this film, Simon Pegg, Edgar Wright, and Nick Frost, they just went out with like on nights out with like loads of police officers and sat in the back of police cars.
I love that.
Just to get an idea of what it's like to be a police officer.
I love actors that do that.
They went
do
the
their
extra mile.
research.
They did.
They do their research. I love that.
So so that's why that we have the original blue flavouring in this one to symbolise the uniforms of policemen.
Got it.
So to close, this is a fantastic addition to a top-notch trilogy, paying homages to so many things American and putting a British spin on it with cleverly written dialogue. This film is my second favourite in the trilogy, as the next film, The World's End, is still enjoyably smart but does not match up to the same consistency as the other two. Shaun of the Dead is still my favourite. On that note, Dan, I'm still giving Hot Fuzz 4.5 stars out of 5.
That's not bad. 4.5 stars.
Yeah.
If this was Grand Theft Auto, the police force would be coming after you.
And
you can say force above 3 stars in that game.
Yeah. There's a lot more aggressive things in that movie than just calling the police the Force, isn't it?
Little bit, yeah, little bit. But you know what the snowflakes are like these days.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway.
And they also say in the movie, like, apparently we're not allowed to call them car crashes anymore. No, that we're not allowed to call them traffic accidents anymore, because accidents mean that there is nobody to blame. Therefore, you're meant to call them traffic collisions, not traffic accidents or car accidents. So there's so much little fun things that you find out in this movie about the police service.
Incidents is another word they use, isn't it?
Yes, another one. That is another one. But no, it's really. I'd highly recommend a rewatch. I turned to John from Ross there for a second.
I want a rewatch.
I want a rewatch. But no, I can edit down Hot Fuzz, and trim off all the violent bits and provide it to you. I think you're gonna have a great time, Dan. It's a great film.
It's a great film. It is a great film.
And what a great film to see out the month, eh?
What month is that, Tommy?
Murder Mystery March on its way out, and
what you mean is,
oh god,
Murder Mystery March.
you tried to avoid it, and I give you credit for that.
that's the last time you're ever gonna play it.
Damn, well, that was worth putting together, wasn't it?
You won't be able to play it next month, because next month, new genre.
Oh yeah! And what are you gonna watch this week?
I'm gonna watch Cars.
See, he doesn't look forward to this. I don't know why he does not look forward to this. It's a movie guy who's a fan of Pixar's work up until this film. But look at him. He's struggling at the thought of it.
Yeah, I know. Let's just. I'll see what it's made of. I'll go in with an open heart for it, an open mind.
You like violence?
I can't imagine there's much violence.
None of
that.
You like superhero movies?
None of that.
None of that. You like? You don't like the Fast and Furious movies?
Nope.
None of that.
But there are cars in it, like Fast and Furious movies.
There are cars in it, but there's cars in Hot Fuzz. Police cars.
Good countermeasure, I guess.
There you go.
But I will be
Problem
also.
solved.
We are also reviewing Shrek 2 during this month.
Now, what kind of title is that, folks?
Shrek 2 is like, I look forward to discussing that with you,
Did I
because
tell
we've already spoken about Shrek 1, I think.
We have. I think.
I don't know if on this station. If not, we'll do Shrek 1 and Shrek 2.
One thing I do want to say to you about the Shrek collection.
Yes.
Right. I bought the original Shrek collection where there's just 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously Shrek the Third came out.
Yeah.
4th, I've got those 2, but they're not in the same box set.
They're not the same box set.
Well, I've now recently, I saw a deal. I bought myself the box set. A
Blu-ray?
whole new box set. It's not a Blu-ray box set, I'm afraid. But it does replace my missing Shrek 1 disc on the original DVD.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't available in Blu-ray format. This for some reason,
Oh, okay. All right.
which is weird because you can buy them individually on Blu-ray.
Well, yeah.
But-
I looked all around all the shops recently in town for it, and I couldn't find any. So I'm actually going to have to order offline.
That's what I did in the end.
I'm going to order and order them in.
but
so,
no Blu-ray, but just.
yeah.
Anyway, moving on. We'll shop later.
Yes.
For those of you wanting to watch along, and if you are looking forward to Animated Naughty's April, and why ever would you not? Which, by the way, Ed, and Eddie needed to have a movie, and they didn't. I'm really disappointed about that.
Yeah. Well, technically they did. Ed and Eddie had a movie to finish the series called Ed, and Eddie's Big Adventure. I think the whole film was on YouTube, so feel free to check out.
Was on YouTube. You just said it out loud. You know what happens when you say things out loud around here.
Nah, I'll be fine.
Anyway, you can follow us over on Letterboxd down below.
Yes.
Point down. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's all there over on Letterboxd where we review. Well, I don't review them. I'm rubbish at it. He does though. He reviews everything. He's got no life. And also, you can like, comment, subscribe, abuse all here over on YouTube. From me, Daniel Moore.
And from me, Tommy Larkins.
You had to remember his name there.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you next week.
Identity complex #1. Who am I?
At least you know what you are.